50 Cent has just dropped a bombshell, exposing a list of celebrities tied to Diddy, along with shocking claims that some may have played a part in keeping the truth hidden. While a few were allegedly manipulated into getting involved, others are said to have actively backed Diddy from the shadows. And now, as the legal case against him intensifies, the spotlight is widening, pulling in everyone connected to his circle, and the fallout could be massive.
You better believe it. Shout out Def Jam, we the best. Know what it is? It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. There's no brotherly love. My biggest brother with all the boss, Ricky Ross, is in the house. Ricky Ross report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best. He's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him to take your thing. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? The something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout out to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
The tension between Diddy and 50 Cent has been brewing for years, reportedly beginning after Diddy once invited 50 on what seemed like a personal outing. According to 50, Diddy suggested they go on a shopping trip, a gesture 50 turned down. But Meek Mill, on the other hand, is said to have accepted a similar offer. Not long after, speculation started swirling when Meek and Diddy were spotted arriving at an event in matching outfits, looking close, comfortable, and very much in sync, sparking rumors about the nature of their relationship.
But you got close when he offered to take you shopping.
Yeah, you see, now Meek is in the same shirt. He's out there in the same shirt. This is not Photoshop. Stop it. You set that up. Look, obviously was not offended by what I was offended by. Guys may say to a girl, you know, like, let me take a shot. See?
Damn.
They found it that quick.
What do you think's happening in the middle?
I don't know what is going on there. Because it was like, he was like, yo, no, you hot now. Now we got to hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out.
Yeah.
He said, I don't know, maybe I take you shopping and I get you some flash and you can give me the hood shit. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things didn't let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They say you're a hater. They say you're crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
But that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. Now, like, and when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter. Like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, "Yo, nah, I spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this, and it's in it only because he's uncomfortable." You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there.
Yeah.
Right. Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
You see it.
Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
No!
Concerns about Diddy's treatment of young, vulnerable artists have been whispered about since the late 90s. Yet for years, much of the industry chose to look the other way. This is when 50 Cent quietly began gathering information. Sources tied to his upcoming Netflix documentary claim he has spent years building a case, waiting for the day when Diddy's carefully crafted image would start to crack, and his once untouchable empire would begin to fall.
docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else. But I did feel uncomfortable with the way you would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it. Just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with like, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the puppy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right?
Yeah.
I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy. I mean,
but I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
But was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. Like all of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s, and Kiki D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
It's a little, like, you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries, they went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way.
Diddy's downfall may be just the beginning, with several of his close associates now under the microscope. Usher has already been named in court documents, and 50 Cent believes Jay-Z and Bianca could be next. What once sounded like wild conspiracy is now surfacing in sworn testimony. According to insiders, Diddy, Jay-Z, and Bianca allegedly operated more like a secretive inner circle than just business partners, quietly shaping the industry, silencing critics and protecting their interests. Some even claim their public images, including certain high-profile relationships, were carefully staged for control and brand dominance.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
He ain't show up.
He has like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. At the same time. He got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him. Thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that as say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see the kids even have Grammys. Like They don't sing yet. They don't sing. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the award show. It meant that much to the culture that they just keep.
For years, quiet rumors about Hollywood's hidden truths were brushed off as pure gossip. But now, many of those same claims are being re-examined in a different light. Back in 2018, Jonathan Audi made serious allegations against Diddy, including how Cassie was treated. At the time, his story was dismissed. Recently, however, Cassie herself has stepped forward with details that seem to echo Jonathan's earlier statements, reigniting questions about what really went on behind closed doors.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Kanye West has publicly stood by Diddy through the legal firestorm, even showing up at his trial. A leaked phone call between the two revealed Kanye reassuring Diddy that he'd stand by him no matter what. 50 Cent, in true form, responded on social media, openly questioning Kanye's choice to support someone facing such serious accusations. Some speculate Kanye's loyalty may be tied to his own ongoing legal troubles, though nothing has been confirmed.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has made a surprise appearance at Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial on Friday.
Why'd you show up today? Is he about to testify?
He expressed support for his fellow rapper as he defends against sex trafficking charges.
Bring your hands today, Mr. West. Did you speak up?
Yeah.
I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have some fucking fun.
Yeah.
Have no fun and then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on band vibes, have some fun, get back to smiling.
Yeah.
These other motherfuckers ain't waste your time, big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is supporting Diddy because he's literally scared that he's about to be charged just like Diddy. We're all pretty sure that Kanye is probably the celebrity that Jane talked about having a freak off in that hotel who the feds didn't want to name on the public record. And this part of not having Kanye named did pique my interest a little bit because we've seen plenty of celebrities' names throughout this trial, whether they were connected to Diddy or not. Like Diddy's former assistant Mia naming that she used to work for Mike Myers. Like Michael B. Jordan's name coming up in Cassie's testimony. Really started to pique my interest. Why wouldn't the feds want to name Kanye? Like, what's the big deal? We've seen other celebrities named throughout this. And then it all just came together for me. I think that Kanye might be facing his own criminal charges really soon, and I think he knows it. And it all begins with the lawsuit filed against Kanye by his former assistant, Lauren Pescata. Because throughout this lawsuit, she is alleging very damning allegations like trafficking, like transportation to engage in prostitution. And mind you, this is exactly how the investigation into Diddy started with Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, where she alleged
While Kanye West may be backing Diddy, other celebrities are steering clear. Will Smith, for example, took the stage during a comedy set in San Diego and joked, "I haven't been anywhere near those so-called parties, and I don't even like baby oil." His comments, a direct nod to allegations linking him to Diddy's circle, were his way of using humor to make one thing clear: he's not part of it.
The world we're in right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I said, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them meetings. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people. It's so many things people say, so much stuff. But you know that one, it was your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having.
Some stars now speaking out once stood shoulder to shoulder with Diddy during his rise. Others, however, may have simply been caught in the blast radius. Long-standing rumors about Diddy's interactions with a young Justin Bieber have resurfaced, especially after an old live TV moment where Diddy's remarks toward Justin raised eyebrows. Now Justin is slowly opening up about that chapter, making it clear he's ready to move forward and leave the past behind.
Justin Bieber breaking his silence on the ordeal after months of speculation over their one-time relationship. His rep telling ET, although Justin is not among Sean Combs' victims, there are individuals who were genuinely harmed by him. Shifting focus away from this reality detracts from the justice these victims rightfully deserve. Bieber's questionable connection to Diddy piquing interest online as the rap mogul's indictment for sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies, made headlines. Old clips of the two hanging out while Justin was underage resurfacing.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go and get some girls. Man, after my heart, that's what I'm talking about.
We hit him like this, so me and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
time. He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television. Oh, apparently not. Everything ain't for everybody.
This all comes as Bieber's followers are worried for him, the singer's erratic social media posts causing concern week after week, the Beliebers asking if what he's seen behind the scenes of the industry.
One reason 50 Cent has been so outspoken about Diddy, he's always kept his distance from the darker side of the industry. Unlike many, 50 never attended those infamous parties or became part of Diddy's inner circle. While others stayed quiet or played along, 50 remained on the outside, watching, waiting, and now speaking out as the truth starts to spill. Her face.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way. Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up.
I don't got that in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. Or to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you said it's the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation,
right?
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back. You fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For with brands, and he was ahead of me.
Right.
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that. And then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of foul shit. Behind the scenes, he would do some foul.
As the trial pushes on, more big names are being pulled into the conversation. Many who once attended Diddy's elite gatherings are now uneasy, worried that the past might come back to haunt them as evidence piles up. Even some of Diddy's closest celebrity friends are reportedly putting distance between themselves and the scandal. Notably, Ellen DeGeneres and Ashton Kutcher have allegedly begun relocating outside the U.S., fueling speculation about exactly what they might be trying to avoid.
Here's why Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and more celebrities were name-dropped at Sean Diddy Combs' trial. As jury selection in the mogul's trial got underway May 5th in New York, NBC News reports prospective jurors were shown a list of more than 100 names of people and places that may be referenced during the trial, including actors Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and rapper Kanye West. While the aforementioned celebrities are not implicated in the case, the potential jurors were asked whether they knew any of the names listed and whether it would impact their ability to be impartial, per the outlet. Attorneys did not share an explanation for the list. The names of women who have taken legal action against Combs were also on the list, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose November 2023 sexual abuse lawsuit against the rapper was settled one day after it was filed. Danity Kane alum Dawn Richard, who accused Combs of sexual assault in a lawsuit filed in September, was also listed. Combs has denied any wrongdoing in both cases.
Recent courtroom testimony painted a chilling picture of Diddy's alleged behavior at private events. One witness, known only by an alias, described multiple incidents involving Cassie Ventura, claiming Diddy orchestrated the encounters from behind the scenes with disturbing precision. The account detailed how he issued instructions, reportedly treating the moments more like a production than a human interaction. According to the witness, Cassie's discomfort was obvious. Yet Diddy allegedly pressed on, driven by a need to control. The description left the courtroom visibly shaken.
Was this happening in your sessions?
Well, so it is an assumption, right? So, obviously with the veil, there was a very deliberate attempt to hide his identity.
Yeah.
So they never had any interactions or even any outward conversation in my presence. So there was a routine where sometimes we'll be right in the middle of sex and he'll just stand up and walk out of the room. And she would take that cue and she would follow him out. So I did recognize, and I mentioned it in my book, that it became a habit that we're having sex on couches with sheets. We started in towels. I would climax, but she would specifically leave the room without wiping herself, without doing anything to take care of the whatever I left on her. So I assumed that's when he popped up, because once I climbed up, he popped up, he left the room, she popped up, she followed him. So I'm assuming that's when the lathering, whatever went on, happened at that point.
Okay, so at what point did he stop wearing a veil?
It was shortly after. The way that I ended up finding out who he was and they were, because they're obviously in conjunction with each other, about the fifth time we were in a hotel called the Essex House. And when I would arrive for the sessions, I would be waiting around a couple of hours. So in this specific time, they put me into an extra room in the hotel suite. And to kill time, I decided to watch TV. And this specific hotel had a welcome message, which was, so when I cut on the TV, it specifically said, Essex House would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, like I was blown away, man.
Right.
Her was treacherous. She knew everything. She knew all about the drugs, the money, the Cassie, D-Rock involvement, and what he used to do. But the thing that was so crazy about it is that she said that Puff used to rip her repeatedly, damn near anytime he wanted to, all the time. Like several times she was ripped by him. It seemed like she had the jury crying. She was ripped by Puff, bruh. Now, what I know that in some states, they do just like they do murder. In New York City, because in the States, you got to realize the time that you could be charged with rape in most states is from 3 to 30 years. But there are 13 states that do the rape case just like it's murder. That there's no time limit on when you say or you come out and say somebody raped you. You understand what I'm saying? And New York State is one of them. So I was wondering, did she ever get raped in New York? Because if she did by Puff, the state could bring up that charges again.
A potential mistrial may now be on the horizon after juror number 6 was accused of lying about his identity and background. While some say they saw this coming, it's raising urgent questions about whether outside forces might be trying to influence the process. Diddy can't change the evidence, but there's growing concern that resources could be used to sway the jury and alter the verdict.
Consistent statements. The judge was going over his issues with juror number 6, and although he did not make a final determination, his thoughts on juror number 6 being removed were pretty clear. He stated that in the initial process, juror number 6 said that he lived in the Bronx with his fiance and his daughter. Then he turned around a while later and said that he moved to New Jersey with his girlfriend, and also said that his daughter lived in New Jersey. But then it changed again and said that his daughter lived in the Bronx with his aunt. And he referenced that this was only a couple of the inconsistent statements, that there were more. The judge then stated that he wants this juror off the jury because there is no reason why this man would have to lie, and the only reason he would lie is to be a part of the Diddy trial, which made him worry that this juror might have a malicious intent or an agenda. But then after the judge said that we need to strike this juror off of the jury, Diddy's team started bringing up more arguments about this. Diddy's lawyer said that this juror is important because they need diversity, and he is only one of 4 black men that sit on the jury. He also said that he doesn't believe that these inconsistencies were that big of a deal where this juror would have to be removed. Diddy's team was arguing that this is something that should have been brought up weeks ago, and nobody brought this up, and the government is saying, listen, I didn't even know about this back then. Then Diddy's lawyer said something really, really weird. They said, just bring this juror in, just question him. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure he'll be able to explain. But this is what the government wanted the judge to do earlier, and Diddy's lawyer said, no, that would be harassing the juror. Then the judge told everybody to get out of the courtroom, that they needed to have a sealed.
With the pressure building and new evidence emerging, Diddy's legal team is now reportedly leaning on the compromised juror to push for a mistrial. It's a calculated move, one that mirrors a pattern of sidestepping the facts rather than facing them head on. If they can't beat the evidence, some believe, they'll try to bend the courtroom. But will this strategy work? Or has Diddy finally reached the end of the road? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story is far from over. and the next twist could drop at any moment.